Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. This is interesting, and I do not know if the person who sent it to me wrote it and posted it, or if they simply copied it and CC'd me on it. I don't know. But we get a lot of email from people who log on to Craigslist, and I can tell that everybody on there has either been touched by this show in some way, or they'd be good potential listeners if they're in cities where we're not on or if they haven't heard us yet. You get into some of these relationship pages and sex pages on Craigslist, I can see the influence of the movement we have started on this program. Many of the best things written, the most brilliantly written stuff, is written anonymously, and I don't even know who's writing it. I don't know if they're copying it from somebody else. I don't know where it's coming from. I can't even give the proper credit to the people who deserve it. But this one listener from Seattle has sent me a posting from Craigslist that makes for some great fodder for our show. Listen to this post from Craigslist and tell me if it applies to your relationship. Here it is. The title of it is, Reasons You, Girlfriend, Are Starting to Lose Me. The post goes on to say, I say losing, not lost, because we've been together too long for me to leave on a whim. But it's getting tempting. How are you losing me? Let me count the ways. You never shut up. Hardly a day goes by when you don't come home and talk my ear off about every little thing that went wrong at work, your stupid little inter-office rivalries, and other things that simply don't matter. It's funny how you like to talk about how much you're not like other women, when you are so stereotypically feminine in this regard. I know you probably like to vent a bit after having problems at work, and I'd be sympathetic to that. But for Christ's sake, the crap you moan about is so unbelievably trivial half the time. I don't sit there boring you with every detail of what went wrong at work today, and believe me, I could bore you to death with it too, were I so inclined. Get a sense of perspective, please. Next, you are constantly in a bad mood. How is it possible that you have PMS 3 weeks out of the month? That is what it seems like lately anyway. You are often negative to the point of being insufferable lately. Just once, I would like to come home and not find you in a miserable mood. Just once. And getting sex out of you is impossible. And when we do have it, it's boring. See, I guess I made a mistake here. When you said you, quote, loved sex, end quote, I thought this meant you would actually enjoy sex and that we would have it often. I thought it meant you would actively seek a good sex life and try to keep things interesting. I did not think it would mean that I would eventually be needing to make a Herculean effort to get the most plain vanilla, boring sexual performance out of you. I did not know it would involve you resisting efforts to make our sex life more interesting. I didn't know it would mean, for instance, that you would try to stop giving oral altogether once I'd been there for a while. And lately, you seem to regard sex as though you were doing me some kind of favor when we have it, which actually has the effect of making me want it less, or at least want it less with you. Finally, you've become dull. We used to have interesting conversations about any number of subjects, and we found odd things to do just for the hell of it. Now, all you can talk about is your work, and You want to spend your spare time vegging out watching TV. I might note that I've pointed all of these things out to you in as tactful, supportive, and constructive a manner as I could possibly muster up. Yet you remain either oblivious to it or indifferent. I'm not leaving you because, yes, I do love you still. You've been very supportive at a particularly tough time in my life, which I appreciate very much. But I was thinking about marriage here, and the way you've been acting lately has made me more and more wary of that. This was posted on Craigslist.org, and you can go there and read lots of posts like this, but this one was particularly well written. Now, you heard me read this. Here's my question. Maybe you didn't write it, but could this have been you?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom is a talk master, so you can't get on this radio and say certain things to him because he's going to eat you alive.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. All right, we read this post from Craigslist. Does it sound like you? Tanya on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. I love you.
Thank you, Tanya.
Oh, my God, Tom, I swear, when you were reading it, I thought, my husband just started listening maybe 2 months ago. A friend turned him on to you.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, my God, he's writing this letter about me. I really did. I feel so bad.
Are all these things true about you?
They are. I come home. I'm tired. I'm complaining about my job. Everything except for probably the sex thing. I would say that's not true.
That's not true.
No. In fact, it's probably the opposite. I think when you turn 35 and you're a woman, you have the hormones of an 18-year-old boy right now. So,
yeah.
And he's the one that's kind of turned off, and it's probably because I'm such a bitch.
Well, you know what? A lot of people have this problem. A lot of women can't see this. I think a post like this on the Internet is really valuable because, it could have been about anybody.
Oh, my God. I swear, when I first turn it on, I'm listening to it, and I'm thinking that he wrote that letter, and you're right. I'm driving home from work right now. I took off early because we're meeting with a real estate agent, and after we're done, man, I'm going to apologize.
Really?
Yeah.
I think some good general advice to women in relationships is shut up.
Probably. You're probably right.
Just
right.
Shut up.
You are right. You are the man. You are right.
You know, it's simple. It's easy to understand. I mean, you know how much better it would be if women just shut up a little more?
Well, even the part of the letter when you were reading it saying that he has tried to tell her in subtle ways, and this is probably the only way he's going to get it across, I was thinking that he's probably tried to, I mean, I know he's, like, tried to tell me, and I just go, oh, you're just being mean, or, you know, but putting it out there just so blatantly, it really, it opened my eyes. I have to stop doing it. I don't want to lose my husband.
Well, I think there's a lot of good advice in there. If you can get past the fact this guy's very angry and sad, if you can get to the salient points in there, this is good advice for all the women out there in relationships.
I agree, Tom.
Shut up. Stop talking about your job and all the stupid bickering in your office. Stop walking around complaining that you're in a bad mood, or you've got a headache, you feel like crap. And
I do. I come home and he's like, "How was your day?" I'm like, "Oh, don't even ask."
Because you know what? You had a job when you met him.
No, I didn't. Actually,
You didn't? How did you make a living?
I didn't work. Well, I had a job part-time as a cocktail waitress in a bar, and he decided he didn't like me working in the bar, so I stayed home and had a couple of kids, and then I decided to go into the work field, and I work in construction. I'm a project manager, so I work, especially right now, really long hours, like 50 hours, 60 hours a week. And I come home and I'm tired, and he totally helps me do all this stuff. He does laundry, you know, he does the 50-50 thing at home, and I'm still a bitch.
Oh, boy. Well, thank you, Tanya.
Tom, can you blow me up?
Of course I can. 1-800-5800-TOM. Manuel on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Oh, Tom, that letter was it. I'm driving home, and I said, that's the letter. You're the man, Tom. You're the man for putting that letter. I'm 55 years old, 35 years of marriage, still in a rut. We become paychecks, Tom.
Well, I've always said men are sperm donors and human wallets.
I screwed up, Tom. I'm telling you, we turned into paychecks, and they turned into mother-in-laws. I married my mother-in-law, Tom.
Or your mother. Or your mother.
Oh, man. Couch potato, don't give it up no more. Those days are gone. Those days are gone, Tom. You know what I told my wife one day? I said, look, I got one for you. If I was to die tomorrow and you wanted to pick up on a good-looking guy, what would you do? She said, I'll get myself dressed up. I would do this. I would do that, lose some weight. I said, well, what about me?
There you go. And this is what I always say. Go to the
right,
gym.
Tom.
Go to the gym and see all the women who've just separated from their husbands.
That's it. That's it, Tom. I'm telling you. I mean, we're stuck. I'm stuck. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to write that letter. I'm going to write that letter every day.
Thank you, Manuel. I really appreciate your call.
Okay, Tom. Blow me up Kobe style.
Kobe style. Here you go.
This is about us. She's so special to me. It beats in my heart. Yeah, the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
1-800-5800-TOM. It's William. Is this posting on Craigslist that I read? Is this you, William? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, it is William. And I am the guy that's posted on Craig's posting, is that right?
Craigslist, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that could just as easily be you.
Yeah, I just can't believe how so right you are. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm like, can you get any more right? Man, I feel like a dunce. I'm like 27 years old. I'm in L.A. County, and I'm just that dull guy that always complains about his job after I get home from work, my girl kind of like just looks at me and stares at the TV. She doesn't even pay attention to me.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like that retard. I'm 27 and she's 34, and she's just looking to get laid, really. She don't care nothing about my dreams, my aspirations, nothing else. She just want to get laid.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I just can't believe how much of a sucker I am because of like how my grandparents had raised me and stuff. It just kind of like I just kind of felt guilty if I was to treat her bad or to treat her the way she was supposed to be treated.
Right. But you know why, William? Because your dad was missing, and that's the person who would have taught you all this.
You know what? You're exactly right. My dad is he's a maniac himself. He's like 49 years old, riding on 50, banging every chick in every state.
Yeah? Well, that's what he was doing when he met your mom.
Yeah. You're so right. Hate to admit it, but you're so right. I mean, like...
And guess what? Your dad knew something.
He knew what?
Look at him, getting laid like that, playing your mom and everybody else.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, you know what? You could learn from him.
You know what? I can. You know what? My dad is the most unattractive man on this world, and he get laid with the most hottest chick.
He gets more ass than a toilet seat.
Oh, my God. Man, he gets more licks than a lollipop. You know? I mean, like, he gets past the Tootsie Roll. I mean, I'm just like, I can't even scratch him.
Nope.
But, I mean,
you know what I always recommend to guys like you, William?
What's that?
Call your dad up. You still talk to him?
No. He's in jail right now.
He's in jail?
Yeah, he's in jail right now for a year.
What did he do?
Abusive towards women.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I certainly don't recommend physical abuse, but when your dad gets out, you should schedule lunch or a drink with him.
Right.
Spend a weekend with him. Find out what he knows.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, much as you think he's an abusive guy, terrible guy, a player, this, that, guess what? He's got the information you need. And if he'd been around and taught you what he knows, you wouldn't be in the position you're in now.
You're so exactly right. Hey, Tom, tell me this. I'm with her right now, right? I'm using unprotected sex with her. Just this past, since yesterday, I had told her that I had wanted to start using protected sex. And you know what she did?
What?
She threw I mean, like, I bought her this little China thing from Chinatown in San Francisco, like we had when it was a surprise, whatever.
Yeah.
She threw it at the wall. She tore up everything. I mean, she just started going ballistics when I mentioned to her that I wanted to start wearing condoms because I didn't want to have no kids.
Mm-hmm. And had you discussed kids before?
Yeah, we have discussed kids, and she had said, you know what, it just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah. You know why it doesn't feel the same? Because she can't feel those $20 bills.
Well, guess what, Tom? She makes more money than me. She makes like $80,000 a year. I make only like $25,000 a year.
Really?
So
she's hired you as a stud, essentially.
Basically.
Do you really want that? No, you don't.
No.
Well, it might be time to go, William.
Yeah. But before I go, should I go ahead and get as much as I can from her, Tom?
Well, again, don't let her get your hands on your condoms. There'll be pinholes in them.
Wow.
I'd hold on to those for dear life.
And don't trust her don't trust her as far as I can see her.
Oh, no.
Even when she says she's taking the pill?
No, do not. Why would she get so angry? It's because she wants to have a baby.
But why me out of all people? She could have did this a long time ago.
No, how old is she?
She's 34.
Okay. 34 is the age when women have that biological time clock ticking they always talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. You know, they're getting to that age where, you know, they wait much longer. And the kid's going to be a retard or something, going to have Down syndrome or whatever.
Right.
So, 34 is when they start wanting to do it. If they're ever going to do it, if they haven't done it yet, that's when they want to do it.
Wow.
So, you have to be very, very aware of that.
Right. How about her friends? Because her friends are starting to get me a little skeptical about her. I mean, like every time I meet a little piece of a friend, more and more stuff comes out. I mean, like 2 of her friends are lesbian lovers.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
And all of her friends have nothing but African-American guys.
Uh-huh.
All but African-American guys. I mean,
is she Caucasian?
No, she's Asian.
She's Asian?
Yes.
All right. And so she's got all these friends who have the same fetish.
Right.
Yeah.
What's going on with that, Tom? Should I go ahead and bang her friends, too?
Well,
is that even possible?
Well, put it this way. Not if you want to stay in the relationship. But, you know what? If you're any good in bed and she's told them, that you could have lots of potential there if you want to start working your way out.
Well, guess what, Tom? I mean, if I wasn't good in bed, she wouldn't be with me. She'd just find some other job, wouldn't she?
It could just be that, I don't know, you have the right genes or something, and she'd like to have your baby. You never know.
God. I mean, like, could I be talking my way, like, out of a good situation, just add the condom in?
Well, she's already throwing stuff around. She's letting you know she wants to have a baby.
Right. Man. So just go ahead and DTP her, huh?
That might be what you have to do. Good luck. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Chris on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Are you there, Chris? Chris.
Yes.
Here we are.
How you doing?
Okay.
Well, about 3.5 hours ago, my wife called me, said she wanted a divorce. Well, I called you for another reason. I wanted you to rip my butt on me being married when I'm 17.
Now, there you go. Step 1.
Yeah. And I'm currently 19 now. We just had our first son.
First and only.
And I work for a public utility company, and I work over 100 hours a week.
Uh-huh.
And today, about 1, she just called and said that you're never home, and she wants a divorce.
Right. Did she ever consider why you have to work so many hours, that when you get married at 17, you have no education, you have nothing but your ability to do manual labor as you do, and that when you have a kid at that age, supporting a kid and a wife is very difficult? Does she understand all that? No, of course not, because she's too immature to be married.
Well, I mean, for my age, I make, pretty good money.
How much do you make?
About $250,000 a year.
You make $250,000 a year?
Yeah.
You're going to be paying through the nose.
I already pay through the nose on taxes.
No, you'll still be paying taxes.
Well,
now you're going to find the biggest tax, the vagina tax.
I know. Well, I don't know what to do, Tom. She's threatened with me, before, and
the longer you stay married, the more vagina money you'll pay in California.
I moved here from Texas 2 years ago.
Doesn't matter. Where you live is what's important, not where you got married.
All right.
All right. So remember, for every 2 days you stay in this marriage, you'll be paying another day of vagina money.
Really?
Yep.
That is horrible.
So if she wants a divorce, get it to her as fast as you can.
All right.
And then
what do I do about the kid?
Well,
do I let her have it?
Well, look at the hours you have to work to make $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
How are you going to take care of a kid?
Yeah.
Let her have the kid. Be a weekend dad like so many here in SoCal. And take your lumps because you're going to pay a fortune in child support.
Really?
Yep.
Well, Texas law states that you come into with marriage with nothing, you leave with nothing.
Well, guess what? That's kind of another form of community property. Like you keep everything that you had before the marriage. Or if you had nothing before the marriage, you don't get to take what the other person had before the marriage. But in California, you live in California, and you'll get your divorce in California. You don't reside in Texas anymore. And here in Los Angeles, 50% of everything you have earned during your marriage, because you never bothered to get a prenup, 50% of everything you earned is going to go to her. You own a house?
Yeah.
You'll be selling that and splitting whatever proceeds there are, if any.
So I should stop the double time.
You know what? What are you doing it for?
All right, Tom.
All right, Chris?
You're a big help.
Well, get a lawyer, pal.
Will you blow me up?
Of course I will.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis.
I'm Hispanic.
Well, you're Hispanic. How many Mexicans do you see at NASCAR?
Well, my whole family's involved, and
Well, that's probably 12 people, but what about the rest?
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. Thank you for tuning in. Here we are from Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. And we're talking about a post on Craigslist.org called Reasons You, Girlfriend, Are Starting to Lose Me. I'm sure you could search it out and find it, because a number of listeners have already sent it in to me. Reasons, I'll just give them briefly. This is a guy writing to his girlfriend about why she's starting to lose him. You never shut up. You are constantly in a bad mood. Getting sex out of you is impossible, and you've become dull. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Alicia on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello. You are 100% correct in everything you're saying, Tom. Women are total users of guys. I've met so many women that all they talk about when their husband is not around is what they can get out of him and what you need to do to get more out of him. It's ridiculous. And these poor, miserable men just put up with it because they might get it once a month.
Yeah. Nope, there's no doubt about it.
And I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
The man that I just met, he was married for 15 years. First time we had sex, he's like looking like a scared cat.
Mm-hmm.
I said, please, this is fun. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, boy.
Because he was married for 15 years, and, you get out of the habit.
He was amazed that somebody would give it up to him.
Exactly. He was terrified.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to hurt you or anything. Do you mind if I kiss you?
You ever get a guy like that? Probably him.
Do you mind if I touch you? Do you mind if I rub down there? I'm just going to rub you a little bit. Is that okay?
I'm like, get to the point. Get your clothes off and let's get going. And well, I know how women like to be treated. You like jewelry. You like this. And I'm like, honey, you are not married to me. Don't worry about jewelry. Just make sure we get it on.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's because I've been single for the past 7 years. I was married, and let me tell you what my focus was when I was married, because I was miserable. Gee, what did my husband do for me lately? I will never get married again. It's a trap. It's a mind trap. It sucks women's brains out of their head.
Nah, I think you're right about that, Alicia. Thank you. Rosie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Yes.
I just want to say that all women are not the same. We're not all gold diggers.
Whoever said that?
That's what all these women are on the air saying.
Well, I don't happen to believe all women are gold diggers. Only attractive women can be gold diggers.
No, there's plenty of women that are out there that are attractive and they're totally independent. And when men...
Well, I'm just saying, only attractive women can be gold diggers.
No, because they can stand up for themselves, so they don't need...
I didn't say they're all gold diggers. I said only an attractive woman can be a gold digger. Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Listen again. Listen again. Only an attractive woman can be a gold digger.
No, not only attractive women.
Well, but unattractive women can be gold diggers? What idiot would give money to a woman or pay her bills or buy her gifts if she's a slob?
A slob?
Only attractive women can be gold diggers.
No, you're wrong. You are so wrong.
Really? So you're telling me that fat and fugly women can be gold diggers?
Yeah, I know a couple of them.
No, the men they're with, who are they dating? Retards?
No. They're dating...
They're dating Forrest Gump? Who are they dating?
No, they're dating really independent men.
What do you mean, really independent men? Independent men who are hard up?
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something.
They put a paper bag over their head, and it's all the same in the
No man with money would ever give it to some fat and fugly chick.
Oh, I know a couple of them.
I doubt it. I'd like to see their pictures. I'd like to see their identities. I'd like to know who these people are. I don't believe you for 1 second.
Oh, I do.
I'll tell you what, as a man with money, I would never give the money to the fat and fugly. Never.
Well, it takes all kinds.
Well, I have high self-esteem.
And for these women that, the men that are out there that say they go home to their women and all they do is bitch, bitch, cry, 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 it's because they don't know how to give it to their woman right, and that's why they bitch, bitch, cry, cry.
What? What are you saying?
The men that are out there that are complaining about how all they get from their woman is, I got a headache, this, that, and the other. It's because they don't know how to give it to their woman.
Well, no, Dare. Sometimes that's true. Other times there are women who just pretend to be interested in sex in order to get a guy in the door. And there's a lot of that out there.
Well, I'm 46 years old, and I haven't seen it yet.
Well, Dare, again, how many women have you dated?
Oh, I don't swing it that way.
That's my point. I've dated hundreds of women, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of that out there. There are women who use sex the way Ralph uses a six-pack of Coke for 99 cents. It's a loss leader to get you in the door. They will use, oh, yeah, I love sex. I love it all the time. I can have sex with you all day long. And then you marry them, and suddenly they don't like sex anymore. They never liked it in the first place.
And they're the wrong women.
Well, they are the wrong women, but I'm just telling you, there is a lot of that out there. Don't assume that because a woman doesn't want to have sex, it's because the guy doesn't know what he's doing. What the guy doesn't know what he's doing is he doesn't know how to pick women because he picked a woman who hates sex and he couldn't tell. And there are women out there who give sex just to get men to pay attention to them, not because they like it or want it. Do you think all women like sex?
Yeah, the ones that I know do.
Hang on a second, Rosie. Well, you're talking about the ones you know. We're talking about all women. Kenny, what do you want to say to Rosie here?
Rosie. Hello,
yes.
Rosie?
Yes.
You know, you've got an ingratiating voice. You've got the kind of voice that puts an itch in the roof of my mouth that only a barrel of a gun can scratch. What do you look like, hon?
I'm 5'1", I weigh 110 pounds, 36, 24, 36.
I find that very hard to believe.
Oh, well, you can believe it, sweetie.
Sweetie.
And she's 46, which means her expiration date passed some time ago.
Oh, you're 46? Well, then if you got 36s, you're probably using a pair of tube socks for a bra.
Oh, hell no. Just because your wife or your old lady doesn't mean I do.
I'm not married. I dumped that bitch. I got with the program.
Oh, so then you're homosexual?
No, I am very heterosexual, and I do not give my money to ugly women like you.
Oh, no, don't tell me that I do, because I don't. I'm just saying men that are out there, they do give their money to ugly women just to get their fulfillment.
Those are pathetic, hard-up Gomers. Those are Forrest Gumps. Those guys couldn't get laid in a cat house with a fistful of 20s.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I do. They can. I get it.
Yeah.
If they're giving money to
any man worth his salt would not give money to some fat and fugly broad.
Tom, you are correct. You are always right, let me tell you.
All right, Kenny, well, thank you very much. Let me get Preston on here. Preston, what did you want to say to Rosie?
Rosie, let me tell you, living up in Washington, we have a lot of fat women up here. The only people who go after who chubby chase are if they have money, are your Microsoft geeks who can't get the Tom Leykis 10 that are around, and, you know, you're, 49, something like that? And you're 5'1", you said? I know crack whores with those measurements, but you can't look that good.
Well, I'm not no crack whore.
Well, I'm just saying.
But I do.
At your age, you probably got scars all over your back from laying on it, first of all. And, you know, at your size, you don't know what fat, you don't know guys going for fat women. You're too skinny to know. You might be a post on the wall for the fat lady to use, but, you know. Preston. Silence. Oh, silence is the worst, Tom. That's dead air.
Preston, thank you for that. Eugene, say hello to Rosie.
Rosie, can you even speak English? Can you understand what people are saying? I mean, Jesus Christ. Tom was telling you that he was explaining you the difference about the gold diggers who only attractive women can be, and you're saying you did not even understand this point. I mean, Jesus Christ. If you cannot understand English, don't get on the radio and get into argument with somebody who's a professional at that. Yeah, you have nothing to say, do you?
She's telling someone else to pick up the phone. Yeah, I know. She's telling someone else to pick up the phone there. Artist, what did you want to say to Rosie?
You have to be out of your mind. At 46, the best you look like is a troll or a hobbit. And the way that you're talking, I have no idea where you work, but it ain't worth anybody's salt and spending money on you.
Oh, man.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
Maybe I can be one of your interns.
Oh, you can be one of my interns any time, but we put you through a rigorous training.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Erie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How's it going, man?
Great.
I have a question. How long have you been on the air for?
Why do you want to know?
Huh?
Why do you want to know?
I just want to know how long.
I don't know. Pal, this is what's called an ambush question. Now, I was not born yesterday. And I did not fall off the turnip truck. You're asking this question for a reason, and the reason is to try to ambush me.
No,
I'm not stupid. It doesn't matter how long I've been on the air. What is your point?
My point is, I heard you a couple of times. You say the same old things about Forrest Gump. I mean, did you go to Rush Limbaugh University or something?
There we go. You see, that's what this was all about right there. How many years I've been on the air is irrelevant to you.
Tom, I just want to tell you one thing. Remember,
is going to be something else equally clever to the other stuff you're saying here, pal?
Listen. It's like
how about you just shut it off?
Okay, listen, Tom. Can you just let me...
No, maybe I won't. Guess whose show this is, and guess who has the button? I don't have to listen to your crap. I don't have to take crap from you. I can buy and sell you, pal. What do I care what your opinion is of my show? I don't give a rat's ass what you think about me at all.
You can't talk to me.
Yeah. Tell you what, pal. Nice knowing you. You know what I'm talking about? Idiot. Teresa, can you say it in 30 seconds?
I definitely can. I would have to definitely say that us women, we do totally lose
interest in sex after how many years, it doesn't even matter. Not intentionally, but it does happen. I totally agree.
Right. So the bottom line is, the moral of the story is, for guys, why sign a contract to do something forever when you can just hit it for a couple of years and then get the hell out of there? Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.